This is Dionysus, depicted as a crucified figure. Timothy Freak and Peter Gandy feature a picture of this amulet on the cover of their book, The Jesus Mysteries. However, this amulet dates centuries after the 1st century A.D. Concerning Dionysus turning water into wine, one historical and theological study explained. The ancient literature says that there was a spring with clear, sparkling, wine-colored, very pleasant-tasting water in which the newly born Dionysus was bathed. Also, a spring in the temple flowed with wine. At Elis, the priests of Dionysus placed 3 large empty cauldrons in a sealed room to find them filled with wine when they returned the next day. However, from these references, it is obvious that there are significant differences between the Dionysus legend and the story in John 2. The spring flowed with water, and the one at Andros flowed with wine, not wine that had once been water. And the empty cauldrons in the Elis temple were filled with wine, rather than water subsequently changed into wine, key elements in John's story. These differences have convinced most scholars that John or his tradition is not dependent on the Dionysus legend for this story. The available accounts of Dionysus's birth indicate that Dionysus was not born of a virgin. Again, there are multiple versions of this myth. In the best-known myth, however, Dionysus was born through an affair between Zeus and a princess. In another version, Zeus mated with his daughter, Persephone, and she bore Dionysus. In the first version, Dionysus was saved as a fetus in the underworld, and in the second, his heart was saved. Both the heart and the fetus were brought to Zeus, and Dionysus was born a second time by Zeus, making him the twice-born god. Thus, Dionysus was neither resurrected nor born of a virgin.